Transaction E. November 30. Net Solutions paid the following expenses during the month. Wages $2,125. Rent $800. Utilities $450 and miscellaneous $275. During the month, Net Solutions spent cash or used up other assets in earning revenue. Assets used in this process of earning revenue are called expenses. Expenses include supplies used and payments for employee wages, utilities, and other services. The effect of expenses is the opposite of revenues, in that expenses reduce assets and owner's equity. Like fees earned, the expenses are recorded in columns to the right of Chris Clark Capital. However, since expenses reduce owner's equity, the expenses are entered as negative amounts. Transaction F. November 30. Company paid creditors on account $950. When you pay your monthly credit card bill, you decrease the cash and decrease the amount you owe to the credit card company. Likewise, when Net Solutions pays $950 to creditors during the month, it reduces assets and liabilities. Paying an amount on account is different from paying an expense. The paying of an expense reduces owner's equity, as illustrated in Transaction E. Paying an amount on account reduces the amount owed on a liability. Transaction G. November 30. Chris Clark determined that the cost of supplies on hand at the end of the month was $550. The cost of the supplies on the hand not yet used at the end of the month is $550. Thus, $800 of supplies must have been used during the month, and amount of supplies in assets column decreased by $800. This decrease in supplies is recorded as an expense in the right side of equation. Transaction H. November 13. Chris Clark withdrew $2,000 from Net Solutions for personal use. At the end of the month, Chris Clark withdrew $2,000 in cash from the business for personal use. This transaction is the opposite of an investment in the business by the owner. Withdrawals by the owner shouldn't be confused with expenses. Withdrawals do not represent assets or services used in the process of earning revenues. Instead, withdrawals are a distribution of a capital to the owner. Owner withdrawals are identified by the owner's name and drawing. For example, Chris Clark's withdrawal is identified as Chris Clark drawing. Like expenses, withdrawals reduce the amount of cash on the left side of equation and are recorded in column to the right of Chris Clark Capital. Summary: each transaction is identified by letter, and the balance of each accounting equation element is shown after every transaction. You should note the following: the effect of every transaction is an increase or a decrease in one or more of the accounting equation elements. The two sides of the accounting equation are always equal.